Welcome everybody to the UFC Fight Night Method of Victory show. Uh, I needed a cocktail when I was going through the lines of the method of victory. This is by far the toughest, top to bottom method of victory, but it means it's going to be fun. If you're new to the show, first off, welcome. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. I'm Andy. That's Jim. What we do every Friday is very simple. We take turns picking a fight. We have to tell you how they're going to win, and what the odds are here. So, for example, last week we hit our first two pretty easily. Those were no sweat. Lose the Pereira, lose the Van Santos, Turner, Santos did it the Gagey, Castaneda, Lemos, Blade. So you can kind of get the idea. Most weeks you get something like this where the ruffian Liao was pretty obvious, but Jim, this one's going to be weird. We're shooting, like you said, we're shooting from the hip,
Yeah.
huh?
Yeah, this is going to be we're going to be, personally, I'm looking at numbers more so than picks here because I seriously think that each fight has about three probable types of outcomes. I mean, I don't think there's a lot of really clear cut specific methods for a lot of these fights. So
Yeah.
we'll protect our bankrolls and not go heavy on them, but try to hit some good numbers.
If you're watching this, these are not official plays that are part of our bankroll. This is mostly for fun. If you are going to bet it, what I would recommend is just take maybe the top one or two or some long shots. Or if you want to take a couple units for fun and just split up 2 units across all of them, but do not go heavy on these. This is for recreational purposes only. We will tell you where our official plays are here in a little bit. So what's up, Shane? What's up, John? Thanks for joining us. All right. I won the coin toss backstage. I get to go first. Jim, this is like a bad quarterback draft in the NFL.
Do you want to trade out of the first pick?
No.
You don't want to trade out?
Listen, I was given an assignment. I know the assignment. So there's really no like huge favorites that I really like.
Mhm.
So I'm going to go a little bit crazy here. I'm going to take a plus 350 as my number one overall pick because to me the number just seems way too good. And I'm going with our girl Cachoeira to beat Nunez, and I'm going by decision. I liked Cachoeira when I did the tape research, like we talked about on our breakdown video show. It appears Nunez is not only is she not getting better, she's kind of regressing a little bit.
Mhm.
And then I watched face-offs, and I knew Cachoeira was going to be bigger. I didn't know she was going to be that bigger.
Yeah.
So I like Cachoeira to win. I don't think she gets the KO because Nunez is tough. She's durable. She does have good cardio. But I think Cachoeira on the feet is where it is. Cachoeira loses to women that take her down. And Nunez ain't taking her down. So I think the stands on the feet. Cachoeira is going to have confidence. So my number one pick is going to be Cachoeira by decision at plus 350. I could not pass up the plus 350 odds in a coin flip fight.
Okay.
All right. You got number two.
I do have number two, and I'm going to take another underdog with a method here. And I'm going to go with Roman Dolidze.
Oh, I love this.
I'm going to say that he wins. You're going to think I'm crazy.
Okay.
I think he wins by submission.
Wow. Okay.
I have serious questions about Marvin Vettori's motivation going into this fight. And law of averages states Marvin is very hard to finish, right? But at some point, you start getting caught. I don't like the mentality of Marvin going into this, the layoff. I feel like everyone and their mother is on the over 4.5 in this fight and fight to go the distance.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be shocked to see this shoulder injury, like a TJ Dillashaw situation where Marvin hurts his shoulder, drops down, and Dolidze sub. Look, to be honest, I like Dolidze on the money line here at plus 180. Okay, if that's the bet. But you don't get that much of a benefit by decision. I'm going to go Dolidze by sub. I think Vettori's wash, man. I do.
All right. I mean, we're coming out of the gate hot. Normally, we're taking the big favorites.
Hey, Hector's with me at number two. All right, Hector.
All right. I did
Why
not
not?
expect Dolidze by
I
sub
was
and, and
I had a
Caspar
feeling
by
I was going to
decision.
surprise you on that
Oh
one.
man, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Um. All right, I've got a couple big ones, but I'm going to save them. Let's go. I'll take the low hanging fruit, and I will take Carly Judas by decision
Hmm.
at minus 105. I'm not buying this new body of Dubin.
Okay.
New body, great. What about the fighting style? I just think this is Judas's volume is just going to be so overwhelming for Dubin. Keep in mind, Dubin has fought one person
Hmm.
who's fought before. That's a real stat. One person that she
Yep.
fought had a previous fight. Judas only has 5 pro fights, but she has some really good amateur fights. I watched some of her amateur fights
Hmm.
before Contender Series, and they were really good opponents. So Judas is going to be too much. I think she overwhelms Dubin. I don't think she knocks out Dubin, and I just think you got to stay away from the overhand right. That's about it. So Judas by decision. That's rounds out our top 3. All right, what you got?
So we got Ryan Spann at heavyweight, right? Have you
I
guys
lo-
watched the video earlier this week? The big question was Ryan Spann going to come in with a really nice heavyweight build and commit to the weight class? And
yeah, right.
it looks like Ryan Spann just invested in Krispy Kreme donuts for this training camp. I think that's the type of training that we got. So give me Waldo Cortez Acosta by knockout. Okay, plus 200.
He was near the top of my list as
Dude,
well.
he
So
just looks like he's just chunky. He's just all he is chunky.
that
That's
was
it.
we said we were like, now I wonder if why Ryan Span's moving up, because he's put on some muscle and the
Yeah,
weight cuts too much. No, he just moved up because he's
just didn't want to cut weight. That's
sick
pretty
of
much it.
cutting weight.
Yeah,
Yes,
I'm not buying this Ryan Spann at heavyweight thing. And as soon as I saw Cortez Acosta go to face offs with a necklace full of kryptonite, I'm
it's
like,
great.
that's just a great move.
It's
So
great.
give me Waldo here by KO. If he can survive the first 2 minutes of Spann, I think he puts him out.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I will go to number 5, and I'm gonna fire off a little bit of a. Okay, you know what I'm stunned by. I'm stunned that I can get Chitty by decision at plus 550.
Yes.
I
Yes.
like what when we went over when we did the breakdown video. It said Chitty has decided he does not like getting punched in the face anymore. So he's clinching and he's pushing guys up against the fence. And he's like, I'm sick of being tired at the end of the first round. I'm sick of getting punched and finished. What's happened? He's won
Mhm.
2 fights in a row. Are they the
Yeah.
most boring fights of the night? Absolutely. Absolutely. Is there any volume? No. Is there any speed? Hell no. But he wins. He's been winning these. And I just don't buy that. I don't buy that Lusky's going to have the cardio at 38 years old to do much about it. I think this is just a grinded out, boring fight. And I was stunned that Chitty's plus 550 when he's done literally the exact same thing 2 fights in a row. Whatever about the misweight. It doesn't bother me in the
I think
slightest.
it helps him, Tommy, honestly.
Yeah.
I think it helps him.
Yeah. So all right, give me Chitty by decision at plus 550. Who you got at number 6?
Well, everyone also forgets who Dos Santos fought last. Let's keep
Yeah,
in mind about the guy. He's coming off a win against a
Roggins
guy
was
who had no business being in there.
that was one
None.
of those that's dangerous to put somebody like that
Yes.
in against
Yes.
a UFC fighter.
Mhm.
So, all right, who you got at 6?
So this next pick worries me because I feel like the whole world is on it. But hey, blind squirrel finds a nut once in a while anyway. So
Okay.
let's go with Sam Hughes.
Okay.
And I'm going Sam Hughes by decision.
Okay.
I think she's gonna drop on one. And we said this in the breakdown. Like, Sam didn't look great her last fight, but looking at the face off with Luciano, I don't see a huge size advantage. And I went back and watched Luciano's fights. I think she can be had in a gritty situation, in a gritty fight. Sam Hughes is not going to be stuck on the feet doing anything. She's going to be putting out volume. So the judges, I think, also are getting to the point with Sam Hughes where could you say that Sam gets the benefit of the doubt if it's a close round? Does she get the Angela Hill treatment now? Is she the next
No,
one?
she gets that dog in her.
She
She's
gets
got
that dog point, though,
that
right?
dog in her where you're like this woman is undersized. She can't punch that hard, and yet she's laying on top of her lady
Yeah.
ground and pound at the end of round 2. Like
Hmm.
she gets rewarded. It's the Demopolis.
The Demopolis last 15 seconds.
Yeah,
Yes.
the Demopolis
Yeah.
syndrome, where it's
Mhm.
like, God, she's not that good, but why does she keep winning rounds?
Yep.
Like, and it's because she's active. So I'm with she was on my list as well.
I
So
thought she looked the best she's ever looked at weigh-ins too.
I
I thought she
thought
looked
she was
really
going to
good.
be way smaller,
Mhm.
I think part of it was I saw a picture of the weigh-ins, but the angle.
You had the angle.
I
Like,
had the
yeah,
weird
yeah, yeah.
angle, and then I
Mhm.
saw like the actual face. I was like, oh, she's really
Yeah.
not that.
Mhm.
It's not that big of a difference. So. All right, promotional time here, guys, real quick. Thanks everyone for joining us. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Still running that 1 year discount on a 365 days, marked down to $99 per month. A normal 30 days is $299. You get about $200 a month off of all of our plays. And because we like to keep you all abreast of the action, how are we doing in 2025? Well, if you like a 63% increase to your bankroll, we are doing pretty damn good. That's our 2025 record. We're very proud of it. We're number one at Wager Talk in MMA profits. I'm like, it's not a ton of MMA profits, but I'm proud of how many landmines we've avoided in this sport. This this could be a complete ass whooping. But listen, there's no better way to take advantage of long term than when we run these specials. We don't run them very often, so jump on board. You get all the plays that we've used to build our bankroll, all of our plays that we use to build clients' bankrolls, and jump on it now. We're 34-10 all sports. People that got this at the beginning of the week have already cashed in big on this. So take advantage of this. We can get your road to millions journey started. So thanks everybody for being a part of the Winning in the Shadows. And the Discord channel is free. I'll put a link for that in the comment section. So if you want to join, a lot of like-minded people with treating their bankrolls like a business, and that's the biggest difference I think with what we do. We're not these are not casual bets like 10-leg parlays and
No, no. No. How many
nationally
times do
televised
people?
games.
I know personally, I get people that call and ask me what the bet is, and then I tell them, and they don't bet it
That's
because they're looking
boring.
for that point, and they want to
That's
bet the main event,
boring.
and they want to bet the Daytona 500, and they want to bet what else? The
Yes.
Super Bowl.
Yes.
Meanwhile, every video this week that total units for the year. Guess what? Since Monday, it's been a bigger number every video that Andy has filmed all week.
Yes.
So
Yes.
if you like
Yes.
profits,
Yes. All right. Let's move on to number 7. Now we're getting disgusting. Now we're getting to where I don't like trying to pick a winner of the fight, and I definitely don't want to pick how they're going to win. But
do you remember Andy's do not bet parlay?
oh yeah, the hockey.
This is the Andy and Jim's do not bet prop section.
Yeah. I can't say there's a lot of confidence behind those. All right, let's go by. You know what? I think Blackshear is just going to be so much better on the ground. I think he gets the sub. That's kind of what he does. I just think he's going to be bigger, and once he gets on top, I'm not sure he's going to let Gibson up. I think this is a real problem on the ground. So I kind of figured Blackshear by sub was going to be in the plus 150 range. So to get anything over plus 225 on a guy that has literally won by a twister, like he can find these submissions. I'll go Blackshear by sub at number 7.
Like it. Okay. All right, let's get this out of the way. Sung Young Yu and AJ Cunningham.
There you go.
Yes, I know, guys. AJ made weight. I know. Okay. We all know that he made weight. I still have big questions about what he is going to look like in the cage.
Okay.
And how he is going to react in the cage. And if we're going to get a guy that we know is going to wrestle against a guy cutting down 2 weight classes, I think we can have a prediction about what the cardio is going to be like in the second and third. So I'm going to go with you. I got to get off of this money line somehow, some way.
Okay.
I think getting plus money on him to win by decision is actually a really good bet.
Wow. Okay, you're going decision.
Because say it's, I mean, look, AJ has some success on the feet, say, and you gets the takedown. I mean, isn't he just going to hold him there? Big body to move around, tough to maneuver around.
Yeah, you're probably
AJ
right.
might be tough defensively. At plus 140, I'll take a bad road to UFC fighter to smother a bad, not a UFC fighter. And go from there.
Okay. All right. All right. So for my next one, I've got pretty big numbers here. I'm gonna go with the biggest number that I have left.
Okay.
Uh, I just think when you put a very raw, inexperienced contender series fighter against a veteran grappler, there's a chance the veteran grappler does stuff to him that the guy is not ready for. And Vera by sub at plus 1200 is just too good for me to pass up. We have seen these contender series guys look kind of bad. And
Mhm.
I don't think Musasa's nearly as good as some of the other people that we've seen coming off of contender series. Is Vera good? No. But man, couldn't you see him grabbing a leg, grabbing an arm, Musasa doing something really stupid and putting his neck somewhere where it shouldn't be?
Yep.
I just see listen, Masasa's going to make mistakes. If this fight gets out of the first round, it's just a matter of time before he does something really dangerous and really stupid. So I'll take Vera by sub at plus 1200. And I'm fully aware that Vera could get knocked out uh, early in this fight. But longer it goes on, more chances for a mistake from Sasa.
All right. Number 10. Let's go to Alex Hernandez and Kurt Holoba.
Okay.
I'm going to go with Kurt. Here's how I see this fight going. Hernandez wins round 1. Kurt comes on strong in round 2. Hernandez starts to fade. When Hernandez fades, his mind starts to go. He looks for a way out. He's getting ground and pounded, and Kurt locks in the sub at plus 800 in round 3
Wow.
with a gassed Hernandez turtled up on the
By
ground.
sub at
By sub.
plus 800.
I do not see a lot of fight in Hernandez in round 3. If Kurt has his back, I think he's going to stick his neck out there.
Okay.
He's going to accept the choke.
Well, I will tell you, I had Holloway by decision. So you and I both think that the upset is a very real thing here. So
I think that's an underdog that I believe is live this week
Yeah.
for sure.
yeah. All right. Moving along, I will go with. I'm going to save Andre Lima for you because I think you're pretty big on that one.
Good.
I'll take another one of these big numbers. I just I'm going all in on this. Not only am I not taking Viejos, I think there's a chance that again he just doesn't quite look as good. Huge height and reach advantage by Choi. And Choi, while he hasn't looked that great, he got knocked out by Steve Garcia. With all due respect to Villegas, he's not Steve Garcia. He at least won his previous fight against Jarno Aarons. So, Choi by decision plus 900. I think this is he's absolutely a live dog again against another contender series guy. So, all right, Choi by decision. What's your next one?
Well, I believe we have what? We have 2 fights left?
Yeah, we got a couple fights left. So,
okay. Where do we want to go? This is really getting down to just the ugly. Let's get Lima out of the way because I know you're saving Lima for me. I like Lima a lot in this fight.
Okay.
Over Perez. I just don't know if Lima, what he's going to look for in the finishing position. I find it interesting that by decision is minus 110 with a guy like Perez that really leaves it all out there.
Okay.
Doesn't really save anything for round 3. He's going to swing heavies. So I'm actually going to forget about the decision and bank on the fact that Perez gives you a little extra value towards the finish here. And I'm going to go KO TKO. Okay. So we'll go KO TKO at plus 275. I think Perez could be gassed up against the fence, just taking shots, and the ref's going to step in. It's more of like a Lima KO by volume situation, not just a pure knockout.
Yeah. Okay. I'll move to the grossest fight on the card, in my personal opinion. This Dr. Nurgazai, who missed what would you miss it? He didn't miss weight by a little bit. He missed it by meals.
Yes.
Not miles, meals. Like
Meals.
it's like he ate like what was he at a Golden Corral before? Wait, what was going on with that? I have no idea how to pick this one, but if a guy misses weight that bad, who knows if this fight even takes place tomorrow. But I'll take him by KO. You either when you miss weight that bad, you've either given up because the weight cut's going bad and you're just like, forget it, or you're like, you know what? If I'm bigger than this guy, I smoke him. So I'll take the pay cut and go by KO. But I just can't. This is not like nothing would surprise me in this one. I mean, I guess a submission, but I could see Ribeiro extending and getting a decision win. But I'll go Nurgazai by KO. So, all right, recap: Cachoeira by decision plus 350, Dolidze by sub at plus 1200, Judas by decision at minus 105. That is a humdinger of a top three. That's
Not what we expected. I'm sure. Not what we expected.
Waldo by KO, Ninja by decision, Hughes by decision, Blackshear by sub. You the fighter, not you the audience. By by decision. Of Vera by sub, Holoball by sub, Choi by decision, Lima by KO, Nurgazai by KO. Yes, Jan, we have so many subs. We're opening a sandwich shop. Yeah, we're just.
It's just I don't know this card. We've look, everybody, you guys in the chat, everybody watching, everybody has said all week, this is an ugly card. So tread very lightly.
Yeah,
on
really,
these
really
bets
bad.
and really all your bets. All right. Yeah. Come out of this week looking pretty because this is pretty rough. For sure. Any totals that you like? Time?
Let me see here. Pull up the totals here. So Dubin and Judas.
2.5.
Yeah, over 2.5, I guess. Nunez, Cachoeira go the distance, yes. Beres and Lima, no opinion. Luciana Hughes, it's minus 620, so that's not breaking news. Vera and Musasa, I like it over. I think Vera can stay out of trouble and make it, kind of wear him down and extend it. I believe I predicted. I did. Vera's last fight, he fought Nakamura, and I said go over 1.5 because he's good enough to not get finished. So you and Cunningham, I'll take the under. It's an AJ Cunningham fight. Acosta and Span under 1.5 is plus 140. So I think you get a decent number on under 2.5. Someone's getting tired.
The 2.5 is playable.
Yeah.
The 2.5 is play. That was probably my favorite total.
Yeah. Choi and Viejos, I like the over 1.5 at minus 154.
I agree.
These
Choi looks good in the first. It's 2 and 3 where he gets his butt kicked.
Well, I also I just think we have to stop penciling in these contender series guys as just like they're gonna wreck the UFC. They're gonna come in and just no, they're fighting UFC fighters who have been fighting UFC fighters for basically all of them. This is their biggest step up. Now you can say with Viejos, this is not his biggest step up because he fought Gene Silva, but it was a while ago. I'm pretty sure he wasn't with he wasn't with Fighting Nerds when. I don't think
he might have been, but he was super young.
He was a baby.
In his career. I mean,
yeah. So, I'm just not going to get bit by that anymore. Ribeiro, GR, over 1.5 at minus 1. Yeah, over 1.5.
Really like that one.
Brinson Ribeiro, him and Chitty were just like, hey, I really don't like getting knocked out in the first. I hate getting knocked out in the first. I like winning boring decisions. You know what Chitty and Ribeiro have done? They've kind of taken our approach to betting.
Yes.
They were like, you know what? Enough with the 10-leg parlays. Let's just eat up wealth by 1,000 paper cuts. Yep. Let's just chew up bankrolls in minutes and chew up the sports books. So
I'm going after that cage time record.
Yeah.
That's what I'm shooting for.
Yeah.
The end of my career.
Blackshear and Gibson, I do like the unders because I think Blackshear is going to be so good.
Under 2.5. Yeah, I agree.
Holbon, Hernandez, it's juice to the over, but that's kind of to be expected. If you
I think that one's lined perfect though. That's hard to pick because I personally think the finish comes in the third.
Okay,
so at 2.5, I don't think there's much value. You're talking seconds here for wins and losses.
Yeah, Chitty and Dos Santos over 2.5 at even money. Yeah, sign me up. Vettori and Dolidze, I'm not with you on the finish on that.
Nobody is.
I know. Sometimes you gotta
step
out on a limb. You gotta step out on a limb. That's what the show is. That's what the Method of Victory show is for. So, all right, guys. If you haven't watched the full breakdown video, all the fights breakdown with winners is available on the Winning in the Shadows YouTube channel. Jim and I are going to get done here and record the NASCAR and Formula One video.
Formula One.
We're going to go over all the new rule changes for Formula One and get you ready for the Australian Grand Prix. So. That's going to do it for us. Good luck on all your plays. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see everyone later. Bye.
See you tomorrow.